What is up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Chasing Daylight podcast. It's a special occasion. It is our annual Vegas golf course rankings show where we break down all the courses that we have played and where we rank them from the bottom to the top. With me this evening is Joe Keith.
What's up, though?
Jeremy Martin.
Hello.
And then we have special guest dialing in from Florida, Trey Sanders. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Good, man. Welcome. So Trey is gonna be hanging out and seeing how we do this. Sure, he's gonna have something to say about some of our rankings. And
Yes,
also,
I totally assume that is accurate.
and also he could also play the role of mediator if it gets to a point where we just can't agree on something. So he can break it down for us and go, no, you're wrong. Let me tell you why. In this envelope is the sealed ranking. So how we did this, Jeremy and Joe and myself, we all filled out an Excel spreadsheet. They turned them in to me. I inputted the data, and then I had my wife come sit down and sift through it and organize it. So I don't know what the results are. They don't know what the results are. And in the past, we have done kind of a real vague, basic point system. And then after listening to, was it Local Knowledge, where they broke down how the golf rankings for the top 100 is done on Golf Digest, I took it to heart. And like, you know what? We may be not giving everything that we should to this. We have a lot of people that listen to this. We have a lot of people that request this because they like to plan their Vegas trips accordingly. And kind of took it upon ourselves to, hey, let's step this up a little bit. So, we changed it up this year, and one of the things that we added was we had design, we had the practice area, and we had conditions. Three major things that comes to anybody's opinion when they're ranking a golf course. But then we also added the playability, and what playability does, how we broke that down is there options? As an elite player, is it challenging and do you have options? As a beginner, is it enjoyable and do you have options? And also, if you're somebody who likes to change it up when you go play a golf course, can you play the backs and have a good time? Can you play the front or the mid to upper tees, up a box, the middle tees, and still have a good time and the course still be challenging? So a course like a lot of muni tracks where they have one small shaved area of grass and they put 3 tee boxes on that. Not a lot of playability because no matter where you are on that tee box, the course is going to play the same. Compared to places like Dragon Ridge or TPC Summerlin or even Revere, where they've got 7 different tee boxes, all different elevation changes. So we took that into consideration as well. So design got 20 points, playability 20 points, the practice area 15, conditions 15 for a total of 70 points. And then we didn't want to bring price into it, but we did and we didn't. And Joe and I kind of debated about this the first couple of years. And so instead of just price, because price really affects something like Shadow Creek, $1,000. Wow, that's crazy. Cascada, $400. Wow, that's crazy. But if there's value in that price, we wanted to bring that to the table. Like the experience at Shadow Creek is amazing, off the charts. Is it worth $1,000? No, I don't think it's because nothing is worth that much to play golf, in my opinion, except maybe Augusta. That's just a lot of money to play golf. And
I think Jeremy would refinance his house for Augusta National.
In the process.
So we changed it to, instead of just price, we put value in price. That way, when you get some of the more elite courses that cost more, if there's value to it and it's worth the price, they shouldn't be penalized for it being a higher price. Courses that are $25, yeah, that's a great value. That's a great price, but is there a lot of value in that? Or is it, no, this is a dirt track, it sucks. So that's how we helped with that. And we kept the vibe category. I don't think we had vibe last year, did we?
I think we had something similar. Atmosphere, maybe, or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. So vibe, and vibe is when you're there, when you're at the facility. What is the vibe like? Is it Is it welcoming? Is it fun? Is it an enjoyable experience? Are you wanting to go back? So that's in this section as well. And then the pro shop. So we have a vibe at 10 points, value price at 10 points, and the pro shop at 10 points. That gives us 30 for a total of 100 points. So perfect score, 100. Has yet to happen. We have not yet had a perfect score in the rankings. So that's how we did it. We typically start from the bottom and work our way up. So I'm going to break the seal on this.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pull out the rankings. Dun, dun, dun. And oh, hey phone. Let's turn you on. Wait, let me get Trey back in here in 1 second.
Not in there.
Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry. Oh, that was Jeremy's little text. My bad. I gotta put my phone on do not disturb here real quick. Boom. Okay. So here it is. Here's the rankings. Woo! And we're gonna start from the bottom. Some of these will go into detail. Mainly as we get higher up in the rankings, we'll go into detail. But at the bottom, everybody kind of knows why these are down there. Some people may not agree. But here's where it is. So something new this year also that we did, or that I did, is there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 courses that only one of us has played. And instead of adding those to the list, I took them out. I didn't think one person ranking one was fair to the other courses that all of us have played, or like Shadow Creek, I'm the only one that's played it, and it gets a 94 for me. I don't think putting it on the top of the list, because that's a really high score, is fair, considering all of the three of us have played the majority of these courses. So Shadow Creek, Wynn Golf Club, Casablanca, Eagle Crest, Oasis, Durango Hills, Falcon Ridge, and Sunrise Vista are not in this year's rankings.
And if you have questions about those specifically, reach out. We'll definitely give you feedback.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 100%. And then the only courses in town that none of us have played, Mojave Resort down in Laughlin, Red Rock Country Club, which we were going to get to play today, but, some things happen. And then the Summit. So those three are also not on the list. So we have a total of 49 facilities, golf courses, practice centers on this list. Starting at the bottom, number 49, the North Las Vegas Par 3.
Yeah.
Not a big surprise. It's kind of a dump, kind of in a bad part of town. But it's a fun little track. If you haven't played it, it's definitely worth the time to get out there and check it out. Jeremy, you recently played it this last year for the first time, right?
Yes, I did.
And what did you think of it?
I mean, there's a couple kind of fun holes that are a little bit longer, but the tee boxes are all turf from what I remember. Some of them were. I think there was a couple that were grass. Pro Shop is probably the worst pro shop I've ever been into.
Yeah.
They had like the newest balls they had were like their logo balls, and they were like Wilson or old Wilsons or Pinnacles or something.
Yeah.
Ultra.
Still haven't gone through
Ultras.
that
They were
box.
ultras.
It's a I'm not going to say it's a questionable part of town, because some of the other courses that rank higher are in questionable parts of town, but it just wasn't in good shape, and not there's no vibe there to me, I don't think.
No.
It's fun. Look, like it would be awesome if we had more of that in town, and we don't, but in better parts of the area. But if you were in the area and you're feeling to play some golf and you only have an hour, like, go do it.
Yeah, go check it out.
It's fun.
All right. Next up, number 48, the Las Vegas Golf Center. Wow. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised by you guys having this. Joe, especially, you had 17 points on the extras, which isn't great, but
What can you read our scores for that?
What's the extras? What are you talking about? Extras?
the extras is vibe, pro shop, and value.
Okay.
That's the extras. So let me see. Jeremy.
Well, pro shop is non-existent. There's
Yes.
tees and golf balls, so that's low.
Uh,
Vibe, you can catch some local golfers that are in Vegas there often. on
That's
any
true.
night you could run into somebody.
That's true.
It's lit. There's a bar. I mean, you can definitely catch a vibe there and hanging out with your buddies. But I mean, it's $20. I mean, where else can you go play that's on the strip for $20 at night?
Well, it's 25 typically,
Well,
though, isn't it?
It depends.
Yeah, if you want to go putt on what the desert looks like, sure. The conditions out there, man, it's so hit and miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's terrible, but for the most
True.
part, I think it's terrible. Jeremy, you had let's see, where's it at? You had it as a 26 out of 70 for the course, and then 11 out of 30.
Yeah, my beef with it's just not. I just don't enjoy going there. I mean, I get it; it's cool. Like at night, you got the backdrop. You can hit a car in the middle of the driving range. That place is so damn busy. You can't even find a stall sometimes. Like I've gone there, bought a couple buckets of balls, and ended up just leaving because there was nowhere to hit balls. The grass is trashed. The balls are trashed. The
Yeah.
putting green's trashed.
The putting green is. I've seen it good maybe once or twice in the 15 years I've been going there.
It's like a good alternative for people that don't want to go to Topgolf.
Yeah. If you're not
Exactly,
looking, if
yeah.
you're not looking for shot tracer and you want to have the airplane zooming in over your head, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go there a lot because it was a lighted range, and if you want to just go and pound balls, it's not a terrible spot. But there's never any grass. The grass is always dead or dormant. It's always dormant. So, all right, we'll hop on from there. This one kind of surprised me, especially after we just had an event there. Club at Sunrise comes in at number 47, which is really low. I thought it would be up a little bit higher. I had it rated let's see, no, who is it? Jeremy had it at a 42 out of 70. Joe had 35 and I had 37. But the extras are just not good there. 16, 18, and 16. Total of 54.7. And this is kind of like that area. I don't know how to say it. It's a good golf course. It's just it's tough.
I just think it's so basic and it's not something I'd want to play every day. Like,
yeah,
it's cool to get out every once in a while, but nothing I want to play all the time. Not a lot of variety. Same ditch on the right side of every hole. It's just every once in a while, but
yeah,
nothing I'd want to play every day.
They've got options for people. If you want to play up tees,
100%.
If you want to play the back tees, but it's not a hard golf course for many tees.
Yeah.
No, and that's the playability brought it way down on that one because, like I said in the beginning, all the tee boxes are pretty much the same. There's not a lot of variety there. All right, next up, number 46, Painted Desert Golf Club. You know what? Hang on a second. Jeremy, you haven't played this one, have you?
I played it, but it was 10 years ago.
Okay. So this is just based off of Joe and mine's rating. God, I missed one. Dang it. Oh wait, no, that's fine. That's what we're doing. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm all stressed.
So stressed.
I'm so stressed. Not feeling well. Not playing.
Like Painted Desert's cool, right? It's there's some good holes out there for sure. It just, when you're there, it just feels like blase blah, like nothing special, no luster to it. It's just kind of a basic golf course.
Very basic. And the cart path will just screw your back up.
Yeah.
It's bad. Hang on a second. I gotta email.
Got a good Biarritz hole out there, the par 3, number 8.
Is Painted Desert kind of like Palm Valley? That's what I remember. I mean, there's houses, it's house lined, right?
There's a lot of houses, yeah. A lot of houses.
It's very Aliante.
Well, that's saying that it's Palm Valley, but
yeah, I don't know.
Look, there's like 4 good holes out there that I like. Other than that, just like real whatever.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I like the first hole. I think the first hole is a good opening hole. Second hole's kind of weird, and then you get into that section where it's kind of winding and you don't know where you are, and I don't know. It just has never wowed me.
Fourth hole is good. Seventh hole is good. Eighth hole is good. What is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13. That par 4 over the water is cool. Other than that, whatever.
Not
And
much
it's a
else to
long
like.
drive for us too. So
Yeah, that. Well, you know, drivability. We need to have that.
Yeah.
They have that in the ranking system.
yeah, accessibility.
Yeah. Well, accessibility, Coyote would get killed, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, next up, number 45 is Desert Pines Golf Club. This got a total of 42 on the course out of 70 and 17 out of 30 on the extras for a total of 59. It's half a point higher than Painted Desert. This one's going away. Not sure when. It's probably going to be, I've heard 3 to 4 years. I know they are redoing their greens. They're shut down right now. They're doing the overseed, but before they do the overseed, and Trey's back with us.
I am here. I'm on my.
We just went over Coyote Springs being number 47.
Whoa!
Kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Hold the phone.
He just fell off the bed.
Wow. 47.
No, it's not. That's a lie.
I imagine it's because of the pro shop.
No,
it's not.
We have not talked about Coyote yet, so you're
No,
still.
you missed Club at Sunrise at 47, Painted Desert at 46, and we're now at Desert Pines at 45.
I'm okay with that.
So I was telling the guys, Desert Pines they're closing for the overseed, but they're redoing their greens, which is crazy because the place is closing in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, not sure.
That's the place with the that's over off like Northeastern, right?
Yeah. Bonanza Pecos area.
Okay. Oh yeah,
got the caged in range.
I'll give you my. That's the first golf course I ever played when I moved to town, and you'll never believe how much I paid for that thing.
Well, probably way too much because you didn't have a local ID.
Is the fence around the range to keep the balls in, or the bullets out? Or the balls?
Well, you paid $120 to play Desert Pines.
Crazy.
On Golf Now.
Wow.
That's the problem with Desert Pines is that it's close enough to the strip, to downtown, to where they can sucker the tourist into playing and paying for it. It's a $50 to $60 golf course, maybe, for us locals.
That's too high to me.
You're tripping.
And the pictures they post, like that course looks immaculate.
I like Desert Pines.
Oh, it shows.
Yeah, I mean, I like Desert Pines. It's challenging. It's thin. It's short, but it's skinny. I mean, it's a die design. It's probably put into a lot that is way too small for it. But
no, and Brian Orr said it's 20 acres that they packed 18 holes into 20 acres is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's an engineering feat. Like that's pretty well done. I think it's that spot with the 3 greens on the little pond is super sick, I think. But do they charge too much? Absolutely.
Way too much.
I'm going to be sad to see it go because it's here's one thing is the greens are always super soft, so you can throw some darts out there, which is a ton of fun. I love throwing a shot into a green and it's sticking. Like that's fun to me.
That's going to change.
Is it challenging? No, but is it fun? Hell yeah, it is.
When you got to pull your ball from the green. You got to use your divot tool to remove your ball from the green.
Yeah, they're literally, your ball is like a blackhead on the green.
All right, so after Desert Pines, number 44 is Arroyo Golf Club. This one got a
I'm very happy with that.
It got a worse course ranking than Desert Pines, but it beat it on the extra curriculars for 60 points. I'm not a fan of the place.
I'm not a fan of Arroyo. I mean, it's I think it gets maybe a little bit of allure because of the location and the homes that are on
Arnold
there and the
Palmer.
views that it gets, and I don't think it's all that special personally.
Here's the thing about Arroyo: the routing is discombobulating, and it throws you off, and you feel like you don't know where you're at.
It's so
To me,
weird.
that's what is the worst part of Arroyo. Is
There's
it
so
just
much drive time between holes. There's a couple
yeah,
like 5-minute, drives where you're cruising through neighborhoods and through
yeah, and it
tunnels.
happens a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Not
Yeah, I don't know. And the crazy thing is I've played there. Now that I've lived in Vegas for 18 months, I've played there enough times to be almost like different seasons. Like I've played there in the middle of the summer, then I've also played there like fall, and then I've played there in our colder months. And the crazy thing is I've never played it when it was like, damn, I want to come back here because this was great.
Yeah, course
Like,
conditions are
and
very
that's
similar to Sienna. Same management crew,
yeah,
but
yeah. But I even think Sienna is above
yeah,
Arroyo.
and it's going to reflect in the
yeah,
rankings.
that will
But
reflect big time. All right,
So
let's move on. We've lost Jeremy. Not sure what happened, but hopefully he'll be back. So Trey, good thing you're here. 43 Palm Valley Golf Club. This one actually scored the same as Arroyo, but the tiebreaker is the overall course ranking, just the course, and it scored higher at 44 out of 70, and then it had 15 points on average out of the 30. It's a Summerlin course. It's pretty basic. It's like we were saying, Painted Desert, Aliante. It's
yeah,
There's nothing a whole
yeah,
lot special about that place.
I don't even know where it is. So
All right, so 42 Stallion Mountain. This one I had this ranked really low on the course. You and Joe and Jeremy have it a little bit higher, and that helped it get to the 43 out of 70. It's just a little bit higher than Palm Valley. It's
so I've never been there,
Mm.
but Glenn has told me the one phrase that every golfer says to make up for its
Yeah, that's
shitty
a good layout.
condition.
Yeah,
Exactly. And the first time I experienced that good layout deal that I can remember, I mean, I'm sure it's happened to me in the past, but Glenn said the same thing to me about a course in San Diego. He's like, yeah, it's a really good layout, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's test this out. Well, his really good layout was a Pete Dye in an older part of San Diego, and it was dirt.
Hmm.
It was literally like, it was mounds of dirt with patches of grass.
yeah,
And I'll admit it was a good layout, but that is the phrase that every golfer will say to make up for shitty golf
totally.
conditions.
Yeah, and
So,
a huge
and that
fact.
sounds like Stallion Mountain.
That's exactly what it is. Is Stallion Mountain's conditions are trash for the most part. All
Yeah,
the bunkers are ground under repair currently. A lot of good
yeah,
holes. The finish is awesome. They are investing a ton of money into their bunkers. And last time I was out there, which was what 2-3 months ago, you can see them redoing bunkers, changing bunkers, moving some out, putting some in. So there is a revitalization out there, which I'm happy to see because it is a fun course. It can be challenging. It's super long from the back tees, like 73 and a half or something like that. I think it tips out to.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so they're doing good things out there. It's that finish is I love that finish. What is 16? No, 15,
17.
16, 17. No, it's 14. 14, 16, 17,
yeah,
18 is a great finish. Um, maybe top 10 finishes in town, but it's just the conditions are trash currently. And
Yeah.
hopefully
yeah,
the money they put into it'll jump up, and I'm excited to see what they
yeah,
do.
I mean, it's got some
yeah.
history. I don't know if you know Trey.
Yeah.
Chip Beck's 59 was shot out there. It used to be part of the Las
Okay,
Vegas Invitational rotation. Used
yeah,
to have 3 9 holes. I can't. God, it's been so long.
yeah. I remember talking to a guy at Costco that said plays a bunch out there, but it's I love this game so much, and the last thing I want to do is spend money on something that it's not even remotely enjoyable to play.
Yeah.
No matter the routing,
Yeah.
or the layout.
And they got a great practice facility out there
Dude,
too.
their
The
practice
driving
area
range
is
is great. The
The-
chipping green is huge.
it's
The putting green is
massive.
huge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anytime, and you can play bunker. I love bunkers in a good practice area. That's
Yeah.
so many courses just don't abide by that, and
that's what saves it, right? Because and most of the time it's $50. Like you can't really find
Yeah.
$50 golf courses anymore in town.
that's
Nope.
the terrible thing.
And none that are of good quality.
All right, Jeremy, what you missed? We had Arroyo at 44, Palm Valley at 43, Stallion Mountain at 42. 41, Los Prados Golf Club. This is still one on my list I haven't played, surprisingly. So this all falls on Joe and Jeremy. Very, very different on this one. Joe has it 51 out of 70 on the course. Jeremy has it 35 out of 70. So little debate going on there. Let's start with you, Jeremy. What don't you like about it?
It's just super short. When I played it, it was conditions wise. I don't remember what I put for that. But I played it right out of overseed both times I played it, and it was in pretty good
had
shape.
8 out of 15 on conditions.
It was in good shape. But it's been so long. It just felt short. There wasn't a lot of room, it felt like. But the price to play it, I thought was pretty decent.
Yeah, Los Prados, par 70 course, super short, probably plays more like a 66 or something like that. But it's super fun, a lot of trees. Feels like I've said this a ton of time, I'm sure, on the podcast, a shrunken Las Vegas National down to micro machine level, but it's fun. You can cut corners, you get to punch under trees, hit over trees, find gaps. It's a course you can be really creative on, which I love. Is it super challenging? Definitely not. Very large practice green to putt on. You warm up hitting into nets. Pro shop very small. It's a old school retirement community. They have machines at the bar in the clubhouse, and
that's always awesome.
It's super short, but it is I challenge anybody to say that they don't have fun playing that golf course.
All right.
We need to get out there. It's been a bit, and my cousin actually lived in Los Prados when he first moved to Vegas, so we played it every time we came down.
Challenge accepted.
So it's been a while.
There's a ton of drivable par fours. Like that's fun.
There's one hole I remember. There's water maybe in front and behind the green, and it's like a 300-yard hole, maybe 270.
Yeah,
downhill a little bit. That was a pretty sick hole.
It's just a fun spot to go play golf.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I haven't been there yet, but I'm a big believer in that every golf course should have at least one par 4 that is drivable.
Totally.
Yep.
The big risk reward hole kind of thing.
Yep. All right, cracking the top 40, Boulder City Municipal.
Wow.
Yeah, not Boulder Creek, Boulder City Muni.
Yeah. No, Boulder City.
Boulder City Muni. It's got a 45 out of 70 on the average, 17 on the extras, for a total of 62. 62.
Yeah. Shitty pro shop.
Wow.
Ton of fun. You can be creative out there.
Horrible pro
It's like
but I mean,
Los Prados a little bit bigger. It's trees.
It's Muni with bigger
straightaways.
trees.
Yeah.
In Boulder City.
Yeah, it's 62 out of 100. I understand. I will say, like, the first time I played it, I was pleasantly surprised on how good a shape it was.
Yeah.
For a municipal.
Usually pretty good.
And typically when you hear a municipal, you think to yourself one of two things. Oh shit, this is going to be a shithole, or
we're going to be here all
damn,
day.
that was better than I expected. And
pace of play kills that place too.
It.
Pace of play is usually trash out there.
Oh yeah, pace of play is terrible. I mean, that's that's the course that you say, you send your 2-year and under golfers to while we go play somewhere else.
Yeah, Boulder Creek across the street.
Yeah, across the
Um,
street.
yeah, it's, I get that. But, at the same time, like I would understand if it was a little higher in the rankings, but at the same time, I
There's
am fully on board with
a
where it
lot of
currently
big boys
is.
in front of it. A lot of big boys in front of it.
Oh, for
At
sure.
number 39, this is going to be a surprise to a lot of people. Bally High.
Yeah,
And I
it.
think there's one thing that kills Bally High, and it's the price. They
Yeah.
charge a
Oh, absolutely.
ton of money, and the value is just not there. You're not getting $200 for. You're not getting
Yeah.
$200 golf
Correct.
for $200.
Not from a local. I mean, that is, based on its location, that is Vegas's party golf course. And like for me as a golfer, like I enjoyed it every time I played it. Typically, I've played it pretty darn well, but in the last 12 months, I understand why it gets the ranking that you guys give it, because one, they've raised their price, and two, that's a tourist trap.
Yeah.
You get the caddy girls, you get the shots flowing,
And it's super repetitive in those middle holes.
Yeah, you start off on the outside, and then once you get on the inside, it's like, I just played this hole, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we get farther in the rankings, that whole just played this whole thing will come up on a course that I've had on my mind on something like that. That is a really good golf course, but we'll get that. We'll cross that bridge when we get
All right, so here's another shocker. An executive course that ranks higher than 5, 6 full length courses. Desert Willow, executive course out here in Henderson.
That's over on Horizon, right?
Yeah.
On Horizon Ridge. Yeah. The course ranks at 46 out of 70. It's pretty much always in really good condition. The greens out there are outstanding.
Great greens.
Great greens. The putting green is probably one of the best putting surfaces in town. If you ever want to go work on your putting, that place right there will have one of the purest putting greens in Vegas. No joke.
Well,
yeah.
You need to go
Two
there.
things that they're the downfall of Desert Willow, because I've spent a bunch of time over there because I take my kids there all the
And
time.
Jimmy could walk there.
One, you're hitting off of mats, which sucks.
On the driving range.
On the driving range. On the driving range.
The driving range, on the driving range, yeah. And their hours are limited on that. You never know when they're going to close it. And then two, the HOA members around the course are super aggressive.
Yes.
They yell at you people. Some guy got kicked off the driving range because he had a T-shirt on. The course is in awesome shape. It's a fun course. It's like if you want to go work on your mid to short irons, it's an ideal spot for that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of bored with Desert Willow because I've been there so much. I don't want to go play there anymore. But if you want to go practice a bit,
great
I
spot.
think it's a good spot for that. It's never too busy. So
yeah, and it's always fun.
No, old people don't practice their golf game; they just play.
Yeah, there's some ornery folks out there, man. There's some ornery folks. All right, up next, number 37, Legacy Golf Club, another Henderson golf course.
I haven't been there yet, but
you haven't played
really?
Legacy?
Wow,
that's surprising.
No, I lived in there when I lived with Dane, and still never played it.
I mean, that's not too far from your homestead either.
No, I mean it's right down the street.
I don't know this. I want Legacy to rank higher. I really do. I think as far as the layout, it's one of the better layouts in town. Just because there's, I'm serious. It is
a really good layout.
It is a really good layout. The downfall is the 18th hole, which is Joe and I agree, and that's 100%. It's trashed. It's like they built a driving range there and then went, oh shit, we forgot about the 18th hole. All right, let's just put it there. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But the rest of the course, I mean, it takes you on a little trip through some of the really unique neighborhoods in Henderson. There's some great views of the valley on a couple of the tee boxes. It's a really challenging course from the back tees. Some really long holes, a lot of good water holes too. The Devil's Triangle is a fun, long par 4, short, hard dogleg par 4, drivable par 4, that can really mess up around. But it's the conditions right now. The conditions are just killing it. It just has not been able to come back, get back to its glory days. And with the water restrictions going on in the valley, and all these courses having to adapt to the changes in fees and cost, they just haven't been able to get back, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I miss it back in the day, man. It was
luxury golf back
dude,
in
you
the
tell
day.
somebody you're playing Legacy, they're like, ooh, I'm playing Legacy, I see. And now it's not there. So
That's really hard to believe.
Dude, it was.
I believe you, but it's hard for me.
I mean,
to
some of the
Henderson,
greenest
lawyers used to live right there.
Some of the greenest, luscious conditions I ever played in this town were Legacy.
Wow,
it's sad. It's a shame. It's a shame. All right, this one will. Oh nope, that's the next one. So number 36, Aliante Golf Club.
That was the first course I ever played with Julian.
Oh yeah.
And we played it in the end of January when it was brown, and that was like the third week I lived here,
March,
so I don't have
May,
anything much
July
outside.
or September.
I feel like it's always brown and dormant.
Always brown. We played this. Joe and I and Bob and Sean Wood played it yesterday, and
it looked pretty good.
It was surprisingly good. I told Bob,
never seen it like that.
I told Bob the turf reminded me of the turf in Death Valley. Kind of spongy. Ball sits up in the fairway a little bit. But it was, I was surprised. It was in pretty good shape. Bunkers were a little thin in some areas. Pace was a little bit of an issue to start the day.
It's just it's a fun spot. It's fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's no longer on my shit list of one of the worst courses in town. I know that'll make Kyle Peeler happy.
Yeah.
I think there's worse places you could play. That one if you live on that side of town and you frequent it often, I can totally understand why now.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy it, and I've played it the last 2 times have been dormant with Joe, and it's just concrete out there. But this is a hot take, but I think Aliante, of all the courses that are not ranked very high, has the most potential.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I could see that.
If that course had like really top-notch conditions, it would be an incredible golf course, because the green complexes on some of those holes, the bunkering,
it's really good.
The layout of the holes,
the views of the mountains on some of them, it gets you that Paiute feel.
The only thing I really dislike about Aliante is that after 1 and then 2, 3, 4, that like intersection of
the tunnels. Reminds me of playing Zelda where you're going through the logs.
Like, where am I going?
Just listen for the music and then you'll know which way to go.
It's I don't know. But I think you're right, Jeremy. I think if somebody came in with some money and put some into the course to get the conditions to where it could be, because it's got a great little practice area, big putting green, great little chipping area. Driving range is fine. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Here's the one thing. Aliante's downfall is it's like 10 or 15 minutes from Paiute, so just go there.
It's true.
Pretty
and
much.
that's what I tell everybody. Why, if I'm going to go that far, for me, I'm going to Paiute.
Exactly.
And for us, it's like the same price. Isn't it?
Yeah. Roughly. I think it's $6 cheaper for Aliante.
Which, no.
Oh, I'll drive 20 minutes to spend $6 more.
Totally.
All right, this next one will be the biggest shocker and the one we get the most hate mail from. Got a guess, Trey?
We're Nish and Chris, 2 very amateur golfers, on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
No, but I might get off this if it's that bad.
Coming in at number 35, the famous Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay,
with
good.
that.
You're sticking around. All right. Wolf Creek, for many people, is an experience that they never forget and can't wait to come back and play it again.
Yeah.
And then there's golfers that go out and play it and are like, this is bullshit. I can't believe I wasted money. I'm never coming back.
Well, so my thing is I didn't, when I went and played it, someone else paid for my round, and I didn't know how much it was. And now that I know it's like $225, $250 for the Nevada residents, like, I'll go across the street to Falcon Ridge for $65
and play better golf.
Yeah, and play, me personally play a better golf course. Now, I played it in Tiger Woods and haven't played it in real life. Like, I will say that opening hole par 5 is
It's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah,
it is a
cool.
100%
fantastic
one of my favorite holes in Southern Nevada.
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as opening holes go, one of the best I've probably ever played. Maybe because I made like a 50-foot eagle putt on it, but that has nothing to do.
And did you take the trek to the side of the building to the back tee box? Okay.
Yes. So my thing is like the outside of that hole, it just gets kind of clownier.
It's stupid.
Very gimmicky. Like I remember, I think on the back 9, hitting a hybrid on a par 4 off a rock onto the green. And I'm like, for a newer golfer, that might seem cool, but for me, like, I don't know, it's a little whack personally. And if you're in Mesquite, I think Conestoga is much better. And I think
way better.
Falcon Ridge I think Falcon Ridge, some of the holes can be clowny to people, but I think it's a more tamed Wolf Creek personally. And I know Falcon Ridge isn't on the list with the U3, but when Jeremy and I played it, we had a great time, and it's definitely one of those kind of courses that can just be very fun to play because, like, it's one of those courses that builds up because their back 9 is awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The front 9 is just kind of pretty good, and then the back 9 is what sells the whole golf course.
All right.
The only downside is there's no driving range.
Yeah. Well, there is. Oh wait, not Falcon. I'm talking about Wolf Creek. Yeah, Wolf Creek doesn't really have a driving range.
You can hit a 7-iron basically.
Yeah, but I mean Wolf Creek's driving range is.
What the hell?
What
the hell?
Yeah.
But when you're building it on the land that it's built on, I can understand why there's limited space for a driving
Look,
range.
Wolf Creek, it's an amazing feat what they built in that area that they were given in that land.
100%.
It's video game golf. It's fun to do and check off, but it's nothing I'd want to play every day.
Oh God, no! I'd fucking shoot myself.
No, and I think that if you played Wolf Creek every day, that you would have certain attributes of your game that'd be really good, but it's not the kind of course that kind of challenges it at all.
Yeah, you're not going to hear about the tour pro from Wolf Creek making the U.S. Open anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, when I say challenges the whole game, I'm not saying like being able to hit driver off a 200-foot cliff 400 yards. That doesn't challenge anybody. But it's also, that's the course that golfers know because they probably saw it in Tiger Woods' video game. And, I'm a big believer that almost every golf course should be played once. And then for me, I've played it once and I'm okay with never going back.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Number 34, the Over the Hump, Pahrump makes its debut on the list with Mountain Falls Golf Club. We all pretty much thought the same about this one. It came out 48 out of 70 on the course, 18 out of 30 on the extras for a total of 66.3. Tale of two nines out there. One
Yeah.
The back nine I think is outstanding. Front nine,
Back nine.
kind of bland and mediocre. It's got a great practice area, great driving range. I mean, it's a really great facility, especially considering it's out in Pahrump in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But those two different nines really, I think, affect the golf course. I couldn't imagine on a shotgun there if you started at like hole 4. So you had to play half of the front, the whole back, and then the other half of the front on afterward. It would be like playing 3 different golf courses.
Yeah.
Very, very. Yeah. Trey, have you made it out there for that?
Not
Okay,
yet.
cross that one off. All right, this is going to be one of the ones that is drastic from last year, and they've been struggling, going through a lot of issues with their conditions. Prim Valley, the desert course, comes in at number 33.
Oof.
Yeah.
Was that the one we played?
No, we played Lakes.
Okay. I haven't played.
Yeah,
that
the
one.
desert course. Great Fazio design. We think the Lakes course is better. Of course, it'll show in the rankings. But they're just really struggling with the conditions out there. It's just it's bad. They're in a conundrum where they can't charge more like everybody else is doing because the conditions are pretty poor. Hopefully they can get it back. They've had some issues with their well water. So hopefully they can get it back because when that place is in good shape, man, it's
great
the
design,
best deal in
design.
town.
Oh, that practice facility is tits too.
Yeah, if they can fix their putting green and get that putting green right, and then that practice area is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
I mean, I've been there twice, and every time I think I was telling guys, I'm like, if this practice facility was better, I'd make it out there like once a week and just spend a few hours out there.
So good. It's so good.
one of the best like approach chipping pitch.
There's not too many places that have 2 70-yard basically fairway approach shots to 2 different greens with bunkers that you can just have fun with.
Yeah, it's you don't see that very often, especially in the city.
Yeah. All right, up next, number 32, Bears Best Las Vegas. And
Wow.
and Jeremy, you had this one ranked pretty high. Joe and I don't on the course wise. Let's see. We'll go a little breakdown here. For me, Bears Best, I had it at 43. Oh wait, you know what? We have an issue. We have a discrepancy.
Uh-oh.
I did not have any conditions on there for my ranking. What the heck? I went over this last night before I did that. So that's going to jump it up to, that'll put it there. Okay. So it's going to move up. So we'll wait. So
already.
Next up is Las Vegas Muni. So this would be number 32, Las Vegas Muni.
I'm very okay with
that. We won't spend much time on that.
However,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, however, though, when they play the SNGA event there, Glenn tells me it's actually pretty good, like conditions wise.
Yeah, they have a whole week coming up there of SNGA events.
Yeah, now when we played it, like, I don't know, like, I've been told there's money games out there, but people just go out there to, play a short course and make a bunch of birdies and try and win some money. But, like, if that's all you're doing it for, then that's fine. But, me personally, like, courses like that, that course and Boulder Muni are the same to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
For the most part, yeah.
I can see that. It's an old venue, one of the oldest courses in town. Same designer as Torrey Pines, right, Joe?
Yeah, William P. Bell had his hand in it as long as with Torrey Pines and St. Clemente.
That makes a lot of sense because even though Torrey South was hard as hell, like you can still spray your driver everywhere and find your ball.
Yeah, and 2 completely different properties. So I mean, impossible to compare. But
oh, for sure. But as far as like layout and the kind of grounds that it's on, like Las Vegas Golf Club, it may be in the middle of town, but you could still, as long as you're keeping it inside the fence, you can hit driver wherever you want and go find that golf ball. And you can do that at Torrey. Obviously, Torrey is a completely different animal, but same concept of open space and being able to just kind of do whatever with your golf game.
I'm gonna make a little change here. Hang on. See where this would have actually gone. Okay, so that would have brought Bear's Best up to 27. Okay. So up next is Sienna Golf Club, coming in at number 31.
Okay.
Their conditions are just never that great.
It
to me.
could, if
They're never that great, but for what they are, it's consistent.
It is consistent for sure. Except
I
their
will
greens
say,
right now are absolutely
you
hammered.
guys just played there
Yeah.
recently, so.
lots of ball marks.
Yeah.
But I do love their 3-hole closing stretch. Short par 4, really short par 3, good dog leg right with water on the green.
Yeah.
Great closing hole.
I enjoy Sienna.
Yeah, I love
like
Sienna.
if it was,
Sienna's fun.
if it was better condition, I would probably enjoy it a lot more. But to say that when I've played there and I'm not upset about the green conditions and the ball marks and stuff would be a lie. But I enjoy Sienna.
I love Sienna. It seems like they've struggled this year specifically on conditions.
Yeah.
You always knew what you're going to get. Like last year, Sienna's conditions were great, but I think the water overtook it this year, and it just kind of hasn't been the same this year.
Okay, so we'll move on. Highland Falls is next. It comes in at 30. I haven't played Highland Falls, so I got nothing on this one.
Where is that?
Another Summerlin course.
Yeah, it's above Palm Valley. More elevation changes than Palm Valley.
Is that a Sun City place?
Yep. Yeah, it's up there.
Okay.
It feels like kind of Sienna-ish to me.
A little bit, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, Highland Falls is a fun course, though. It's kind of similar. I thought the conditions were a little better at Highland Falls
than Palm Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Than Palm Valley, yeah, for sure. Sienna, I would say they're similar.
You guys both gave it 51 points on the course, which is pretty.
Yeah, the front nine is kind of a little bit flatter, and then the back nine you climb up the mountain, and then you come down the mountain, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that one par 3 down the hill, you can see the strip.
Good view on that one.
Good Summerlin views. All right, next up, this one kind of surprised me, but stuff happens. The Angel Park Cloud 9 came in at number 29. Now, Trey, we know you guys have shot some nice par though videos out there.
I will say, because I've only played the mountain course there. Haven't played the other one yet. And when we did our nice par though video there, we played at night, which was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I was very surprised at the green condition. Now, that's not to say that they were rolling like 11 or 12 because they definitely weren't. But as far as like overall condition of the grass, it was nighttime, but I will say it just seemed like it was actual grass. Like not many ball marks. The tee boxes were horseshit.
They get
just
a lot of so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
the greens were like immaculate when I played it, and the tee boxes were just like,
yeah. What? I mean, it's not even a tee box. You just call it a divot box because it's nothing but divots.
So do you think if they had hitting mats out there, like some really well done mats, that it would make it more enjoyable for the tee boxes?
Two-part answer for that. One, yes. Two, I think it would create a ball mark problem. A ball like ball marks. Yeah, that's what I call them at least. I would think it would create that problem because people would be able to hit off a good condition, being turf, but with that comes, more spin from turf. And when you spin it more, ball marks happen
yeah.
on the green. And, well, 99.3% of golfers in Vegas don't fix a ball mark. So
Wow, that's
and the
up
points
from
and the point
99.2. So.
yeah, and then the 0.7 is VGM.
It's been a rough year.
But yeah, I mean that's my answer to that. I think they could benefit from having turf tee boxes because there is no tee box.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed playing it. That's for sure.
Do you know why they don't have lights on those 3 other holes in the corner?
So I think they closed those.
Is it because it's dangerous to
Yeah, I
walk
don't
at
know.
night?
Coyotes.
Yeah, because it's technically
Coyote,
12
yeah.
holes during the
Rabid
day.
coyotes.
9 holes at
Mhm.
I
night,
bet you there's probably bums living in the desert.
potentially.
All right. Up next, let's see. After that, number 28. We've cracked the top 30. Number 28 is a Wild Horse Golf Club. Trey's favorite course in town.
Shit.
Uh,
I will let you guys take that away because I will keep my opinions on that to myself.
oh no, let's hear it.
So obviously, most people kind of know that that's the place that I practice, not often, but a good amount at because I live 0.2 of a mile from there. And the practice facility is not that bad. The practice green can be hit or miss, but depending on the time of year. The range is okay, the chipping is okay. I mean, it's just the most convenient golf course
Yeah.
for me. Now, as far as the golf course is concerned, I've only played 4 holes.
Mm.
And the reason I've only played 4 holes is because I went out there with a friend of mine, one of Glenn's buddies that was in town, and I mean, it was just bad to the point where like we just played 4 holes because I felt like those were like the best conditioned holes almost, and it was just like 1 through like 4 we played, and we turned back around and played that one hole by the practice green, and I don't know, I know you guys like that course, but for me, it's just it doesn't toot my horn.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
It does not toot a lot of horns, that's for sure.
So,
What was our? Can you read our
Yep.
scores on that one? Not just the total.
Let's see. So I had it at 47 out of 70. Joe had it at 53 out of 70. Jeremy had it 48 out of 70. So it got a 49.3 on the course out of 70.
Yeah, to me, Wild Horse is where I cut my teeth. It's one of the first golf courses I've made the trek out to when I started and played by myself. I think it's a bunch of fun. I know the conditions aren't that great, especially in the wintertime. It's firm, dormant. Ball can go anywhere. It's a pinball maze. A lot of history there, ton of history. Jack Nicklaus won a tournament there. It's gone through Showboat, bunch of different names. And I played it like a month ago, and it was looking good. And with the limited resources they have and what they're able to do out there, it's incredible. Darden does a great job. It's looking really good right now from pictures I've seen. When I started playing, that place was incredibly green, dark green, lush, and I can't wait for the moment that it gets back to that and people get to go play it and see it like that. Probably makes it a little bit easier, but I love the challenge of like you almost have no idea where the ball's going to go, so you have to hit a good shot out there. And I think it's
Trey,
fun.
I think Trey, you need to play the back 9, because
I mean, I'm willing to give it another shot. It's just
because the front can get a little weird after 4 because you got a short par 5, weird par 3, and then the par 4s after that aren't fantastic.
You want to go play it this weekend?
And here's another thing. It's kind of not really golf related, but I've been up there a few times when they have the disc golf going on. They shut down
Oh,
like
there
all
we go. That's
golf,
now the deep-seated anger
all
comes out.
normal golf, all the normal golf gets
I've
like
played
shut
that place
down.
like
Like
20 times, and I've seen disc golfers twice.
yeah, and I've been there 3 times, and when like the disc golf Masters was there, and
That's a big event for them.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it is. I mean, they park on the street on Warm Springs and the whole nine, which is fantastic. Like I have nothing against disc golf because you know I'm sure there's a level of difficulty for a beginner that's similar to golf. I wouldn't call it disc golf. I would call it something else because that's another conversation for another day. But the fact that it's like even closed off to even just hitting range balls is, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's they pay for it. I get it.
I have more
So,
respect for disc golfers than foot golfers.
Trey, have you ever read that article that Golf Digest wrote up about Wild Horse?
I didn't know they had
I'm
one.
gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
Send it. Email it over to me. I'll read it tomorrow.
All right, moving right along. After Wild Horse at 28, Prim Valley Lakes comes in at number 26. It is actually tied with Bears Best, but Bears Best beat it on the course. We kind of discussed Prim Valley earlier. Great practice area.
Yeah.
The layout of the Lakes course, I think, is so much better.
The Lakes course. Oh yeah, I mean the as far as the whole, it's a really good layout comment. I think that is upper echelon of a really good layout because every hole out there that I can remember off the top of my head, I really enjoyed. That par 5 with all the water to the green on the front, I think. That drivable par 4 on the back
over the
with
water.
The the one that's like next to the tee box is like right behind the clubhouse.
15. 15? Is it 16? Yeah, 16.
15. That's a great hole.
I didn't realize that was
18's a great hole.
There's a lot of drivable holes out there for Trey.
Drivable for Trey.
Yeah, 15, 16, 18.
But I enjoyed playing that golf course, and like when I just vaguely remember playing that the 2 times I played it, thinking to myself, man, if this course was in great shape, it would be so much fun to play.
Well, they got a huge influx of cash from the Q School for the senior tour, Champions Tour, and that's when they redid all the bunkers. And so the bunkers out there are really good. And it's just they're having water issues, and it sucks.
Yeah,
because it's a great spot. And man, when it's, I really wish everybody that listens to this that hasn't been able to experience like Wild Horse or Legacy or even Prim in just great conditions. It's so good. We were spoiled. Yeah. We were spoiled.
Now I'm kind of curious as to how you have this and Bears Best tied.
Let's see. So, Bears Best had a 53.7 on the course. Prim Valley had a 52.3. Bears, I think what hurts Bears is the price for value.
Gotcha.
You're getting a lot better value for the price of Prim because I mean it's typically $50, $45, $50. Where Bears, you're gonna be paying a lot more.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
And I think one of the downsides to Bears is the schizophrenic layout because it
doesn't gel.
Yeah, because it's a replica of Nicholas design holes.
18 hole replica.
Yeah, it
like every hole is a replica.
Yeah, so
I don't see that. I get that because I know it's a replica course, but I don't feel like there's one hole on that course that I feel is disconnected. And it's the par 5 down the hill.
Tree.
I love that hole.
Oh, it's great.
The other holes just feel like a desert course to me. It's a desert version of a lot of different
10 I think is just does not fit in that place at all.
10 is definitely different.
I'm not a fan of 9.
Yeah, 9's kind of whack. See, this is why.
I think that's out there.
Jeremy doesn't like the tee box marker on 9.
I do not.
That should be your go-to hole. Calls for a little draw.
No, I like that hole. I don't like the tee box.
All
Oh,
right, interesting.
Specifically, the left
left
T
team.
It's where
marker.
the ping
don't
went
like.
bye-bye.
Is that where the ping had a meeting with the T marker?
Yeah.
It fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we've reached the top 25, and coming in at 25 is Chimera.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it got a 50 out of 70 on the course, 22 out of 30 on the extracurriculars, coming in at 72 points. Fun layout, good conditions.
Hottest cart girl in town.
A very famous TikToking golf
Actually, a
cart.
couple of.
Yeah,
Actually, I mean, there are a couple of them out there.
yeah.
Man.
Has anybody heard? Has Bob been on her podcast yet?
She has a podcast?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I know she's got a clothing line now.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh, wow.
Man. Good for her.
Good day.
Yeah.
Work it, girl. Work it.
Well, so she did a whole article with Business Insider on her relationship with Chimera and like how she's paid and the notoriety she gets and all of that.
Wow.
I mean, she's pulling in. I think she said on her article she pulls in a minimum of $300 a day in tips.
Wow.
I can see that.
That's pretty good.
You know, $300 a day at 5 days a week. You know, it's pretty solid living.
Yep.
Plus
her TikTok
Chimera,
money,
the owners of Chimera pay her a salary.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get hourly.
Yeah, because I mean, another course could snatch her up super easily. I mean,
yeah,
throw some dough.
So she signed a contract. She's got a salary, and then, they allow her to, do what she does on the golf cart. And, that place is running 2 tournaments a day in prime time. So
I was there the day she started. Her first day I was there, and she was super like nervous and didn't know what to do, and it's just funny to see her where she's at now. Good for
it's
her.
all because
right?
of you, Joe.
Yeah.
She caught your vibe and was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
She's running the game, and I think cart girls across the country can learn from what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how many TikTok accounts for cart girls has popped up since she started.
Probably a ton.
I would imagine a bunch, but none with her following.
Yeah, got a huge following. All right, moving on. Let's see, that was Chimera at 25. Rhodes Ranch comes in at number 24. This is another love affair Joe has with this place. Joe gave it a 60 out of 70 for Rhodes. Let's see where he ranks it so high. 16 on design out of 20, playability 18 out of 20, practice area 12 out of 15, conditions 14 out of 15.
Practice condition, the practice number is a little high.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I think your practice number is a little high. They don't have a bunker practice area. The green.
They do have a bunker practice area.
Where?
Here's
tucked in the corner.
At the end of the driving range, isn't it?
This is this has nothing to do with your rankings, but I've got a little something on my mind about that course. There are golfers that we know, I will not name names, that play there a bunch and are using that to judge their game on how they can play and how their game can travel.
It's an easy course. It's similar to Chimera.
Correct.
It's easy.
Yes.
Correct. And I am not knocking anybody that breaks par there or breaks 80 there, because I know how hard this game is. But you can't tell me that if you can break 70 there, that you can go break 70 at Coyote Springs.
No way. Yeah.
And I just think that kind of golf course, when you start playing good on that golf course, can give you a lot of false hope.
Yeah.
In this game and playing other golf courses. So that is my 2 cents on Rhodes Ranch.
They lost some points big time for me because of the butchering of the front 9.
Yeah.
Did that happen before I moved?
Yeah. 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You never saw it.
Okay. Because so I don't know. All right. Yeah, I don't know what it's like before. So.
Yeah, after the short par 4 after the par 3 on the front, That used to be a par 5, which was a really good par 5.
Yeah.
And then a par 4.
Which was a long par 4.
Which was a long par 4. That if you got the
Do
ball,
they do that for homes?
Yeah. Damn
Okay.
real estate agents.
But yeah, it lost a lot of points for me on that as far as design goes, because I think they took the original architect, had a great course, and just fucked it up.
Yeah, it's not very challenging, but I mean, Rhodes Ranch,
fun to play.
For the most part, it's always in really good shape. I mean, they had a problem with their greens 3 years ago, ball marks all over the place, shitty greens, and they fixed that up really well. And
they had some people go nuts with the 4-wheelers on the greens too. Tore up a couple greens.
Yeah. So, I mean, you probably won't get any terrible conditions out there, which is a huge benefit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Up next, which this was kind of surprising to me. I did not think this was going to happen, but Angel Park Palm Course, it comes in at number 23. I just don't like that place. I don't like that golf course. It does not. Every time I've played it, it's just not enjoyable.
This has to be a Jeremy fluffer, no?
I had Mountain ranked higher than Palm.
Yeah, it is. It is. Let's see what put this one over the top, because the Rhodes Ranch Golf Course ranks better. But this one, let's see, Joe with 24. What did you do here? Angel Park, Palm, Joe. Oh, you gave the Pro Shop a 9, Joe.
It's probably just because they have Link Soul in there.
I'm not biased at all.
Hey, and they've got some cool new t-shirts that they're doing, and they're really trying to step up their like Instagram, TikTok game up there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't put that on the Pro Shop, but okay.
Well, they got cool t-shirts. You can't find cool t-shirts from golf courses everywhere.
No, that's true.
No.
That's true. All right. I see you. Okay, Conestoga comes in at number 22. Jeremy and I are the only ones that have played this. I rated it a 54. He rated it a 50. Oh, you've played it too, Trey. Sorry.
Yep.
You're not in the rankings, though. May have to get you in next year.
That's fine.
Let's see. So Jeremy and I, 54.5 on the course. Jeremy's got a little bit higher on the extras. Came in at 73. Then we get to the
Great Pro Shop. Good food.
Great food.
Yeah.
Great food. Wait, see now, Trey, I wanted food to be a part of the rankings, but Joe said no because he never hangs out and eats. He just leaves.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody, not everybody eats at every golf course, and I will say that the only thing about Conestoga for me is there's like 2, maybe 3 holes on the front 9 that they could just completely get rid of.
On Conestoga?
Yeah, like the one hole I remember, it's a par 4 where it ends at like 240 or 250 and then drops like 50 feet to another fairway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't like that.
That's before the par 3. That's 6.
Yeah. And then
or 5.
The one that's got a big rock in the middle of the fairway at like 270, and then it like dog legs to the right. You're like, that's
that one's interesting.
No, but the back 9, fantastic.
Great back 9. Great back 9.
Might have to add another section based on vicinity to Roberto's.
There's Roberto's in the parking lot. 10.
Hey, I think every course can learn from Rams Hill and put taco.
Totally.
Give everybody tacos.
Yes.
Okay.
Tacos.
We have reached
tacos.
The top 20.
All right.
Of the 2022 Vegas rankings. And coming in at number 20 with the same score, 73.7 as Angel Park Mountain, but better course ranking, Revere, the Concord course.
Oh, haven't played that one yet.
How can you not have played that?
So we always play Lexington.
Got to get you on the Concord. Got to get you on the Cord.
All right. Sounds good. I'm down.
There's a reason Lexington is higher, though.
Oh, I can imagine.
Let's see where.
I'm laying down because it's 1 a.m.
Okay, there it is. That's fine. You lay down. You do you, boo. You do you. So Revere 53 is what the score came in at, 73.7 total. Next up, we get our first private club on the list. This is Canyon Gate at number 19. At an average of 53, same as Revere, but it edged it by 0.3 in the extras. 21 on the average out of 30.
Yeah.
We pretty much all thought the same here. 50, 53, and 56. Jeremy had it ranked a little bit higher on the course. I'm not a big fan of the practice area there. I don't. It's a tiny range for a country club. Maybe I don't know. Is that common for private clubs to have a small range? Because they
No, but when your location is where it's at, yes.
Yeah.
It's tough to have a big driving range when you're in a neighborhood like that that's in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
It's a fun layout though, fun
but
course. I have fun playing there.
Oh yeah, I mean their greens are always good. Like when I played the skins game with Adam, like tee to green was not great. Like it was, average at best, some brown in some areas, but the greens made up for it because the greens were rolling like an 11 or 12 and were, rolling perfect.
Well, they redid the greens, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
I mean,
They had some struggles for a while.
Yeah.
I can definitely see myself if I lived on that side of town and had the financial means to,
Yeah.
of being a member there.
Totally. I mean, I played out there with Adam and like sitting in that little room at the end of the round with there's like 3 tables with like 15 people and there's a TV. Like I felt the vibe. It's a cool spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a cool spot. It's a cool spot. All right, next up, and I think this course would be much higher if it wasn't for their horrible practice area. Reflection Bay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
That sums it up pretty well.
Trey, have I ever sent you pictures of the old driving range?
I have been on the old driving range, however,
Okay.
I do not remember it, so you'll have to send me a picture. But
it was fantastic.
I love that golf course, man. I really do.
Such a good golf course.
Good golf course.
It's such a great golf course. It really is, and I don't have any quarrels with any of those holes. Maybe the uphill par 5 on the back is a little,
Yeah.
But outside of that, like I love that golf course.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Anytime I always have a good time. It's challenging.
Mm-hmm.
It's the playability because the different tee boxes, they really give you some variety and you can really make it challenging. It's great spot.
Yeah.
God.
And I've never driven past there. Like that's the farthest I've gone. So I think one of these days I might actually like drive past it and see what's out
Take the
there.
loop around.
Yeah.
Okay, up next, second private club that pops up on the list at number 17 is Spanish Trail. Oh, Trail, not Trails. Trail. The Spanish Trail.
I love Spanish Trail personally.
Yeah.
I wish I played the mid-aim out there. It was only 3 under to qualify.
I tried telling you guys. No one wanted to listen to me.
I mean, great practice area.
Yeah.
Good range balls. Great food because I had lunch with Justin there one day.
I love the
could see
80s vibe too, like old extravagant Vegas
Well,
80s vibe.
I'm wondering
I
how
love
much
that
of that's
shit.
going to stick around though with the
True.
new owners coming in.
True.
I think it could stick around a bunch only because like that could be the one course that's just like, the middle sibling.
Yeah.
Course.
I could see them embracing it and just making
it feels
better.
new but old, like classic.
Yeah. A very classic vibe. And I could, thinking about it now, I wish I took advantage of that deal that they had with the memberships.
Yeah.
And just kind of make it work financially because it's a good spot.
And it's
Yep.
got 3 9s. I mean, that automatically bumps it above Canyon Gate.
Yeah.
Because they're fairly similar in that kind of like classic 80s Vegas vibe.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh yeah, the what is it? Is it the Lakes one?
It's Sunrise,
That's so
Lakes,
green.
and Desert. Or
Lakes
something.
is when it's green, man, it is green.
I still haven't finished it.
Yeah, I need to get out
Because
there.
I have only been out there one time, and that was when me, Trey, Justin, and Bob, I think. Theo was sick, so I didn't finish the last 2 holes. So I still got to check off 11 holes out there. Totally.
Yeah, Cliff too. Cliff too is a member
Cliff
out there.
too.
Yeah, I went with Cliff. Yeah.
All right. Up next at number 16 is the other Revere course, the Lexington. 76.7 is what it comes in at. 56 on the course, 20 on the extras. Joe doesn't like Joe doesn't. He dogs. Look at this. He does not like Revere at all. Is it too far, Joe? Is that the problem? Too far?
I think I've just played it too much, maybe.
That's why you should like it more.
That's playability. Mhm. Yeah.
Dude, the 9th green is amazing. The 8th tee box is an amazing
8th
view.
tee box is probably one of the best spots in town.
Oh, it's so
on
good.
the tee box. With the uphill waterfall.
Number 2, where you hit it into the Raiders practice facility.
Yeah.
That's a fun hole.
Yeah.
And I love how they got the boxes on either side of the canyon, so you got that's where the playability really kicks in.
Calls for a draw off a fade lie. Opposite of Augusta.
Yeah, that second your approach shot there, man. You can have some fun with that approach shot because you can get it down there, but you get hung up in that rough on the side of the hill, and an easy birdie hole turns into you're struggling to make bogey because that hill is thick, and that downhill lie and thick rough and just terrible.
Here's the thing: you go break par roads, go play Lexington the next day.
Yeah,
and get humbled because that rough out there is thick, number one, and you're forced to hit shots that you're not comfortable hitting.
Exactly. All right. It's like we lost Trey for a few. See if he pops back in. Okay. So number 15, Las Vegas National. Top 15, number 15, Las Vegas National.
Yeah.
We love this place. We love this
National.
place. Kind of glad Trey's not here because he does not like Las Vegas National.
That's true.
But 55 on the course. It actually ranked lower than Revere on the course, but where it makes up for is the extras because you get a lot of value out of that place because it's not that expensive. Welcome back, Trey.
Yeah, I think my iPad and iPhone are overheating.
So next on the list was Las Vegas National.
Okay.
One of your favorites in town.
It's growing on me. I mean,
oh, good. I'm glad.
Hey, yeah, there we go.
It's growing on me a little bit. There's a couple holes out there, like I think it's the one par 4 with all the houses like right there on the left.
Here's the thing is about Nationals, it's one of the most easily accessible courses that is most unlike any other accessible course that we have.
Well, and I think part of the issue that we had is when Bob and I were paired together for VGN, we got teamed up with a guy that was walking, who also shot 50 on the front nine.
Oh,
Take
Pace of play.
man.
5 minutes over every ball. But outside of that, like, I don't really have that many issues with it.
I love that place. And who's gonna love
I
it?
love National.
Okay, newcomer on the list. Joe and I knocked off Anthem Country Club this last year.
Yeah.
So it's debuting at number 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got
Wow.
you got 57 on the course and 21 in the extras. Total of 79.
Okay.
I had it as a 61. Joe had it at a 54. Let's see. Dig into this one a little bit. I had the design at a 15, playability 18, practice area. I don't think you can get a better practice area than what they have. It's got everything. And then the conditions, were pretty damn good. And I've seen it. The reason I rated the conditions a little bit higher is my daughter played a lot of PGA Junior League out there. And when she played, it was just tits all the time. I know they're going through a big turf change right now. It's funny, I was dropping Brooklyn off at school, and there was like 12 trucks just full of rolled up grass. So they're in the process of redoing a lot of their turf out there. So I'm excited to see how that one comes out.
Cool.
Joe, you had it at a 14 on design, 15 on playability, 12 on the practice area, and 13 on conditions. So we differed on the design and the practice area.
Yeah. Shout out Beds, Travis Matthew. The biggest thing for me is the front nine just like reminds me of Revere too much. The back nine is sick though. Great back nine.
Yeah, the back nine is really good.
Felt a little like different, a little too different for me, but the back nine was great. But yeah, it's a fun course. I mean, it really like the transformation really begins at number 9. Like number 9 is where it kicks into high gear and
Yeah.
like it really comes to life.
9 is a fantastic hole.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna have to get back out there.
Totally.
Okay, number 13. This is one of Jeremy's favorites. The South Shore is what it's called. Club at South Shore, Golf Club at South Shore Golf Club. It's got so many names. But this is the private club out at Lake Las Vegas on the south side of the lake.
Yeah,
Amazing Jack Nicklaus design.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love South Shore.
Yeah, similar to Reflection. Some of those lower holes, especially similar to Reflection.
The elevation changes
There's
are just
some
crazy
really-
there.
Yeah. A lot of it.
Some of the like that par 3 on the back, like
Oh my
16. It's
goodness.
a ridiculous hole. It's extremely
17 is
difficult.
insanely unique.
Yeah.
Have you played it,
Yep.
Trey?
Cool, very cool
I have
area.
not.
Though.
I went out there to watch the city match play when Glenn and Dane were playing there. But I saw most of the holes out there. It's pretty good. I mean, I wasn't playing, so I wasn't like really looking at it that close, but it looked good to me.
Yeah, when I was there, conditions were like
it's
perfection.
so good. It's so good.
Thanks again, Cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff for
Yep.
your temporary membership.
Temporary membership from Cliff. Played it twice.
Yeah.
Fun course. I mean, a lot of elevation changes. Number 11, that par 5 is
it's
probably
so good.
top 5
So
in town.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We're getting to some good stuff here. Number 11, Las Vegas Country Club. And
I've been
Jeremy, shame on you. Jeremy had an opportunity and couldn't make it.
I know.
One of my favorite courses in town. It just so much history.
Is that the one with the plane in the water?
Yep.
Yep.
One of the few courses in Vegas you can actually walk. It's always in really good shape. The greens out there are fantastic. It's a really unique layout. Get to see a lot of great views of the skyline. The 17th green or 17th par 3 with the Hilton in the background or Westgate is just awesome. Great finishing hole. Got a 19th.
Yeah, well, I mean, 17 is a great finishing hole too. Well, I think this probably might have been the first course we ever played together. Me and Matt, we walked with Ryan and Justin or Jay.
Yeah, the guy from Canada.
Yeah. So yeah, fun course. I mean, completely different from anywhere else. Probably the flattest course in town.
Yeah.
But yeah, tons of history there and
Very easily walkable golf course.
great 17 and 18.
Great holes.
Yeah.
Great holes. All right. Top 10. At number 10, Trey's home course. Well, not Trey's home course. Trey's second home course. Boulder Creek out in Boulder City.
I like it. One of the best.
Always in
Yep,
good
this
shape.
is where we're.
Their greens are just, their greens are so freaking good. It's ridiculous. I don't understand how they do it. Nor do
Yeah,
I.
they've been really good lately. Really, really good lately.
Really
Dear
good.
God. Now, so the new DOG there is Carl from Coyote.
Yeah.
And God, I hope he gets new range balls.
That's the
Yeah.
first thing that they
Yeah.
need to do.
First-
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
First order.
The ping pong golf balls on the range are so bad.
This is what they need to do. They need to clean pick that whole range, mow
And
it,
throw
and
every one of them
throw
away.
away every single range ball, and
Yeah.
20,000 new. I'm about to find like whoever approves the golf course spending on the board for the city and be like, look,
We need some new golf balls.
we need some new golf balls.
It's time.
I know some reps. Get you some deals. Like,
These have been in rotation way too long.
Yeah.
I
Way
know
too long.
I can get you some Wilson golf balls. I can get you some Callaway golf balls. Shit. Let's make
Dude, how about the Mizuno golf balls at Aliante?
Dude, yeah. They're actually
Mizuno
really
range
good.
balls.
So they have 3 9s over at Boulder Creek. I never remember the names. I just know the middle one is my favorite.
It's,
Coyote Run.
Desert Hawk, Coyote
Coyote?
Run, and El Dorado.
Yeah.
Yeah,
El
Coyote
Dorado is
Run I
really
like the
easy to
most.
remember because it's on the other side. But I
Yep.
used to always get
Mhm.
Desert Hawk and Coyote Run mixed up. And then at the Nevada Amateur or the Clark County Amateur, whichever one was out there last year that I played in,
Mhm.
we were waiting to go on our group and we were starting on Coyote Run. And I was looking down the ninth fairway and just looking where the green, where the flag was, just get a little preview. And there was a coyote running across the fairway. I'm like,
Hey-o.
I will never forget that this is Coyote Run now. But I love that place, man. I get anytime I get a chance to play there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take advantage of it. I don't care that it takes me forever to get there.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah, and the Paprika Way trio, that's where we mostly practice. So
What's your favorite 9 out there, Trey? Hard hitting question.
probably Desert.
Yeah.
Desert Hawk.
Yeah, Desert Hawk.
See, I'm more privy to Coyote Run.
I like Coyote Run myself.
I would probably say east to west is probably how I like it. Desert, Coyote, El Dorado.
Yeah, I think if you could take one from Desert Hawk and put it on Coyote Run, just swap those 2 holes, Coyote Run would be one of the best 9-hole layouts in town. I just can't stand that first hole on Coyote Run.
Yeah.
It eats my fucking lunch no matter what I do. No matter where I hit the ball. Middle of the fairway, I fuck up the approach. Off the tee, I'm in the desert left, I'm in the shit right. It does not.
I do like
sit
that
well with
starting
me.
hole on Desert Hawk. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good starting hole.
They got that downhill par 5
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that par 5.
Okay. At number 9, TPC Las Vegas. 62 out of 70 on the course.
Uh-huh.
And 21 on the extras. We all pretty much are really close to this, 64, 60, and 64, 19, 22, and 22. So no big beef with this one. Great golf course. I think only thing that really hinders it as
third
not
hole.
being higher is what?
The third hole.
He's very, very passionate about hating the
Third hole
With-
sucks.
I mean, you can
I hate that hole.
set that hole on.
But then the number 4, that's an
Yes, it is.
amazing
Yes,
hole.
it is.
So it's like it's in between 2 great holes,
Yeah.
and then you're
Like once I
Yeah.
get past
So,
the fourth
number 3 is a
hole,
tough
like I
hole.
love the golf course, but like, and I like the fourth hole. Don't get me wrong, but that third hole, that deserves to burn. Straight up, I'm being completely honest with that. It's just,
I would say number 1 could go bye over number 3 or 4.
yeah, you know, I will.
I like the green on number
Number
1.
the green on
It's
one's good.
such a
Green
basic
makes
hole,
up
though.
for it because number 1 is
True.
so basic. It's just like the
Very
most basic
basic.
opening
Mhm.
hole ever.
Yeah.
And with just the green just makes up for it, and then you know that the number 2 that par 3 is actually
It's a
tough.
great par 3. Yeah.
It's a great par 3. Like, I think in the times that I've played it, I've hit the green once.
I've
So
been
it's
fortunate
neat.
the last
It's
couple of
neat
times that
enough.
I've played it. I've played it pretty well. But I agree. I hate that third hole. That third hole just sucks. All right. So next up is number 8, TPC Summerlin.
I haven't been there yet.
Mm-hmm. I can't
It's a good
wait to see
Can't
this after the
So,
renovation.
what did we have? So I know where I
Mhm.
ranked that. Where did you guys rank it?
So
8.
the TPC Vegas ranks better at course, but just barely. I have it at 61. Joe has it at 60. You have it at 66.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see. Where did you rank it so high, Jeremy? TPC. You have conditions as perfect, practice area as a 12, playability perfect, and design 19 out of 20.
Great pro shop because that hat rack.
They do have a good hat rack.
That
They
hat
have a
rack.
good
Tiny
hat
pro
rack,
shop
sure.
though. Tiny pro shop.
It's average, I would say.
Or
But for
Summerlin.
Summerlin. Oh, Summerlin. Sorry, not
Yeah.
Las.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
been to Summerlin. Actually, I went once for a real estate meeting. Yeah, that's it.
So Joe has a practice area as a 12. Why 12? What's wrong with their practice area?
Well, I haven't seen the new practice screen, so
Well, either have I. I didn't.
You guys were there.
No.
Wait,
They haven't. They
was who-
just
was it
recently
me?
redid it. It hasn't.
No, they have the new
No, so
green.
you guys were on the practice green, the new one. I never saw the new practice green.
No. They've
Yeah.
redone. Oh no, they've redone it again.
No,
because
we-
there's 2 sections now.
Oh well, I didn't
Yeah.
see because I didn't play with you guys last time.
Yeah.
So you guys saw
when
the
we
newer
played,
version.
no, that it was still the old version when we played. They didn't have because now they've separated it. It's 2 different putting greens. They cut it in half.
Hmm.
If the information I have is correct, I'll have to look into it again and see. But from what I heard, they are making one because a lot of the guys were complaining that there was too much undulation in a practice green.
Oh, I think I thought you guys played that one.
Hoodie Spring.
Yeah, when me and Dan and you played it, I'm pretty sure there was 2
Was there?
greens. They already
I think
split
you
it.
guys played a newer practice green than I played.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
There was 2
I just remember there
greens
was
for
a
sure.
ton,
Because it was
there was a
actually
ton
new.
of marks
Like-
from where all the guys had their devices down, and
Yeah.
those were still all on the
You guys
line
played
there.
it 2 days after the Shriner, so
Yeah, but I didn't think they had the new green there yet.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
there.
So
I think
there you go, number
maybe I heard that they
12.
were redoing
12
it.
on the practice.
What? But even the old putting green was amazing. So I don't understand the 12.
There
What-
was too
what else
much
do you want?
undulation. There was too much
Look
undulation.
at him, you tour pro, you fucking spoiled ass bitch. I don't like my putting greens rolling at 13s with undulation. I don't like that. 4,000 square feet of putting green goodness. Nah, I don't like that.
No, the chipping green is a little far away too.
Yeah, it's terrible having a full.
I don't know.
green
I probably
off by
could have given
itself
it
with
another.
bunkers. Yeah.
Hey, is your rankings perfect?
Yes, it is. It's amazing practice area. It couldn't be any better in my opinion.
All right, we'll have to dive deep into that.
What was mine?
Let's see. Jeremy, TPC Summerlin, practice area. Jeremy actually gave it 17 out of 15 points, Joe. So
No, I didn't.
No,
Are
you
you
had it as
serious?
you had it as a 12.
Oh, okay. So tied.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
I didn't like their range that much, to be honest. It felt super weird hitting into that 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
It felt like driving
Exactly.
range.
Oh, exactly. Look at me.
It felt weird. And I didn't know where to hit it.
Look, it's hard to get it better. I mean, conditions wise on a practice course, yeah, probably one of the best. We'll talk about Coyote soon, but that's a 15, probably.
Yeah. And I really hated hitting Pro V1Xs on the range. It was
It's
just
terrible. It's terrible.
Should've
I
taken
don't like
free
that.
one so you could pay for that fiasco.
Okay, moving on. Number 7, the second to last private club on the list, Dragon Ridge Country Club, comes in at 61.7 for the course and 23.7 overall for an 85.3.
Best strip views in town for a golf course.
Yeah, they have amazing grass there. I don't know why it's different. It just feels
It's
incredible.
so good.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. The turf out there is incredible, and it's built on the side of a mountain, which is unbelievable.
What
Makes
they've
no
able
sense.
to accomplish there is just
and
ridiculous.
Their budget's probably pretty big too, so
It helps to have money.
yeah.
But did they order sand from Oregon and just dump it on the side of a mountain? Because that's how good it is.
Yeah,
maybe.
When you and I played it, Matt, with Alex and Hoskins, I can't remember his first name. I enjoyed it. It was fantastic. The layout's good. The conditions are prime. But I will say, it didn't stick out to me.
Think it wasn't memorable?
No, it wasn't overly memorable for me.
Yeah, not overly memorable.
I will say where it's not memorable, they make up for it in the views that they have and the condition of the golf course.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
that can be kind of funky in areas.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of 10, 11, 12, and 13, but then once you get back up into the hills, it's amazing.
When you have that combination of great condition all the time and the views that it has, it makes up for it and not being super memorable golf course.
And it's cool to have some amazing houses too on the side. And we're like,
oh my god,
that's the hole that's by the one with the canopy of trees overlooking the pool.
Steve Aoki's house on the 5th hole, I think.
Yeah,
you got the Pornhub house on 9, which I'm waiting to play that course when it's fully on,
active,
fully active, because then I might stop playing.
One thing that was
We've lost Trey.
One thing that was really cool when we played 18, I didn't realize we were on 18 until we were hitting our approach shots, and I was like,
par
"Wow,
5,
it's
right?
over."
Yeah,
I was
that's a really
fairway.
It's like, wow, it's over already. It kind of was one of those where it's like, wow, I didn't even realize we were finishing.
That same thing happened to me. I think that course is actually pretty difficult.
Yeah.
When you play those back tees, some of those holes on the front are sneaky long. And when you're hitting uphill, there's that par 4 with water on the right that you're hitting uphill, crazy bunkering.
And some of those greens.
And the rough there is
some of those greens, man, if you misread, because I struggled on those greens bad. I was picking a point, hit it to it, and all of a sudden it's 40 feet left of the hole. And it's like, what the hell just happened? All right. Almost to the top 5. Number 6. Oh, you know what? I missed one. We missed number 12. I gotta go back. I think I wanted to skip this one because I'm so hurt by it. Rio Seco. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rio Seco has always been in our top 5, and it has dropped, and mainly because they're having some issues, some condition issues out there. But the biggest part is they are way overcharging for golf.
That's it. Yeah, that's why I haven't been back.
Yep, it's just way too damn expensive. They're not a course that cares about the locals, which, hey, fine. I live in a tourist town. I can get that.
Yeah.
But the things that the management that's in there now is just they're so money hungry. It's just really disappointing because what they're charging is not. You're not getting that golf for that price.
Right.
And that's a shame because it is a special place for me. I love it there. So I'm kind of bummed, but okay, so we'll get out of that. Can't believe I missed that.
Number 6.
Number 6, Cascada, Rio Seco's brother.
Yeah.
This one got our first perfect score on the course. That is from me. Gave it a 70 out of 70. Joe gave it a 60 out of 70. Jeremy, 68 out of 70. So, Joe, you have some explaining to do.
I mean, I feel like I don't think I rated a course perfect.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because to me, it's hard to get a perfect score. I'm in the customer service industry, and although some of my bonuses are based on perfect scores, nobody gives them to us. So I'm not going to give it to a golf course.
Not called
but
preserve abandoned.
I've only played 2 golf courses that are perfect in my opinion. But
it's hard because there's always something better.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, and it's when you're doing rankings, it's hard to, when you're trying to give scores to courses, you want to leave room for something that you have yet to see.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, Cascada's great. It's challenging. Is it a course that everybody can play? I don't know.
Everybody can, but everybody doesn't.
Everybody can, but it's one of those places like if you're a highly skilled player, it's going to give you a lot of challenge, which is great.
I mean, I haven't even been there yet, so.
Wait, you gave I'm gonna get on you on the practice area.
Yeah,
you gave it a 13 out of 15. What's missing?
I don't like the uphill driving range.
What was my score on that? On practice?
Let's see, Jeremy, your score, Cascada practice. You gave it a 15, a perfect score.
So I also thought about that. I don't like hitting uphill on
You
the
don't
driving
get to
range,
see your actual like ball flight, which I don't
I
like.
agree.
But the sheep
That's
up there
cool.
that you
Yeah.
can
It
hit
is
are
cool.
just phenomenal.
The bunker that you can practice out of
That's a great
is
bunker. to practice out.
amazing. The chipping green is
Really good
outstanding.
putting green.
The putting green with the river running around it.
Honestly, I don't really like the chipping green all that much.
It used
Kinda
to be a
plain.
helicopter landing pad.
Yeah. So it's not a chipping green, so no reason to give it a perfect score.
Oh, perfect score. They took a helicopter pad and turned it into a chipping green. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know.
5? What? What's 5?
I'm just ready for the top 5.
Oh, you're ready for the top 5. Okay. Top 5. Oh, let me get back to that page. Bing.
For those that are coming to play Cascada, probably listen to your caddy because those greens are super deceiving. Just a heads up.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
caddies
and
are
hope that they're
amazing
good.
there.
Yeah.
Remember, you're on the side of a mountain.
Because
Just remember
Cyrus
that.
had one that was not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Top 5. Here we go. Coming in. Number 5. Paiute Wolf. 65.7 on the course. It actually ranked lower than Cascada on the course, but made it up in the other particulars.
Mm-hmm.
This was number 3 last year, right?
That's my favorite.
Yes. That's your favorite out of 3, Wolf?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
it's
as
our
well.
first 90
No.
point score. The course at number 4 also scored 90, but it beat it on course. We'll get to that in a minute. So of the 3, so that's your favorite one out there, huh, Trey?
Yep.
And why is that?
Because I feel like the other 2 courses, when you've played them enough, are the exact same.
Like the same
It's
golf?
like what I mentioned earlier.
Too similar?
Yeah, when I mentioned about
I knew this.
Paiute,
I knew that was going to be about
I just
Paiute.
feel like there's 4 or 5 holes on sun and snow that are just exact same. And like I've even been out there where like, are we on sun when we're on snow, or are we on snow when we're on? And that's what I was talking about with Valley High earlier. I just feel like the Paiute courses are just, snow and sun there's a lot of courses on the front nine of both of those that are just very similar. It doesn't take away from how the quality of the golf course. I just feel that, Wolf provides a completely different challenge compared to Snow and Sun. And that's why I like it more so.
I mean, it's definitely longer. The thing I don't like about Wolf is like I feel like I get lost and I don't know where I am. That's the one thing I don't like about Wolf.
That's funny. That's how I feel on Sun.
See, but Sun has all those like elevation changes, so you can see where you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Joe's gonna be tripping out when he's in the woods in Georgia. I don't know where I am. I don't know.
Well, that was
where
my
I
thing.
am.
That was my thing about trails.
Trails, I know.
But that's completely different. But yeah.
All right. Moving on. Number 4, Coyote Springs. 66.3 on the course. I rated it a 68. Joe 66. Jeremy 65. And then 23.7 for a total of 90. Said that the course was a tiebreaker, putting it over Wolf. I don't have any issues with this being here. I think it could be a top 3 very easily.
I think it could be top 3 when they get a new pro shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, that's one of the things that knocks it down because
I feel
it's in a trailer.
The knocking down comes from that.
Yeah.
I didn't knock it down because of that. I don't care about the pro shop as much, but the conditions at Coyote Springs
schizophrenic
are
lately.
95% great, and then 5% you don't know what you're going to get.
They have been a little schizophrenic lately.
Yeah.
Compared to the other courses in the top 5.
Yeah.
Paiute, you're getting Paiute conditions every time. Coyote is really good, extremely good, but
makes a lot of sense.
There's so much variation in their green conditions.
Arguably the greatest golf course design around.
Oh,
Agree.
Yeah.
And where it ranks
every
really
hole's
good
so
is
and the best
is
practice
the value.
facility.
Best practice facility in town.
Yep.
Value, yeah.
Yep. We all rated it. I think we all rated it 10 on value. Yep, we sure did.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's
and then
hands down.
Everybody rated it perfect on the practice. The conditions are what's keeping it from being the top 3. Just because I agree with Jeremy, because you've gone out there and the greens are firm and fast, and then the last time you played it, you said they were the slowest you've ever seen.
Yeah, or slow and bumpy, or
yeah. Uh-oh. Trey gone again. He's overheated. On his...
Yeah, I agree with him, though. Like, they were still really good, but there's just so much variation.
Yeah. It's not consistent.
Yep. Yeah. I agree. But the bunkers are always pretty solid. The tee boxes are always really good. The fairways are always really solid. It's just you get into that. The greens, and I mean, that's one of the stars of the show out there is those green complexes. And if you're having an issue on them, I can see why it's not there.
And the fact that it's an hour away and it still is where it ranks is pretty incredible.
It's $50, $60. Like,
I mean, the value is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Incredible value.
All right. He's back again. We're almost done, Trey. Throw that fucker on some ice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do 2 and 3 pretty much together. It's the Snow and Sun. The Snow course edged it out by 0.4. And the difference is, let's see, I rated it a 69. This is Snow. So Snow, which is number 2. I rated it 69, Joe 65, Jeremy 65. The extras, I had a 26, Joe 25, Jeremy 22. Paiute Sun, I had it at 69. Joe again had it at 65. Did the same. The extras are the same. The one difference is Jeremy rated it at 64. That was the difference. Otherwise, those two courses are basically, pick one. They're both amazing. They're both amazing golf courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Which leaves us to number 1.
Probably the one thing people have hated on us the most.
So high. Southern Highlands is number
Wow.
one.
Okay.
New
I
number
kinda
one.
never-
First
I
time.
didn't see it coming. I
In
Still haven't been
3
there yet,
years.
but I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah. First time the Paiute course did not retain the number one ranking in the Chasing Daylight podcast Vegas rankings. I gave the course a perfect score of 70. Jeremy gave the course a 69. Joe, 64. What's up?
Well, I did these 2 weeks ago.
You had the design 18 out of 20. So that's 2 points. Playability 18 out of 20. That's 2 more points. The practice area, you only gave it a 14. What?
14 out of 15?
Yeah.
What did I give it for that?
Jeremy, let's see. So high.
15.
Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. You gave it a 14 also.
All right, Jeremy, explain. I think it's the
Honestly,
putting green. I wasn't a big fan of
the putting
yeah,
green. I didn't like. There's too
Yeah.
much slope on it. It just felt like the practice facility was the only thing that I saw as a negative there. It felt like the range
His
was
range
too small.
seemed a little small. The
Well, it's
chipping
double-sided.
green, though?
It's double-sided.
The chipping green looked
Oh, it's
ridiculously
so
good.
Oh, it was
But I didn't
so
go over
good.
there.
So good. That chipping green was so good. For
And
the
there was
fact
Pro
that
V1s and Pro
there's
V1Xs.
the driving range is double-sided. Most driving ranges are double-sided, but we're not Kevin Na, so
I understand that, but I've practiced. I've played. I mean, they open it up. It all depends. It's not like reserved for good players
so then
only.
you have to drive farther. Like that would
Yeah,
probably bump it down.
but it was awesome. They had the chairs out there. They had the water cooler out there. They had the clock out there. I mean, it's pretty freaking special.
Yeah, no, I
think the putting green is what
I
knocked
think the
it.
putting green was kind of like super, like kind of bland for what So High is. It's just kind of eh.
You got that
Yeah.
clubhouse in the background. With the,
I'm looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, and we probably didn't play it in the best conditions. We
No.
definitely didn't play it in the best conditions possible, but
Yeah.
I want to get back out there again for
Incredible.
91.7 is where that ranked. Like I said, the only one that would have ranked higher had I included them was Shadow Creek. And that's 70 and 24 for 94. But that's it. There we go.
What did you do? I'm sure
Mhm.
just one
Oh, no,
last thing on So High. What did you do for the value category?
let's
sure. Yeah, what did I
see.
do that for?
How much is a guest fee out there anyway?
I think
Yeah, I think so.
225.
225.
Okay, that's respectable.
Let's see. Southern Highlands. I had value at an 8.
I mean, if we're gonna take heat on having So High as the number one course, how do we? I mean, the value for me, I would take $250 and play that course anytime versus paying $250 to play some of the other courses. But the only issue is finding a member.
Mm-hmm.
But that course is insanely good. Like one of the best layouts. I mean, that's so cliche on this show now.
The CDP,
Thanks,
the
Joe.
best layout.
The best layout.
But it really truly is. Like the holes are immaculate. They flow together really well.
Yeah.
That's
See,
the thing with these
Joe
private
gave
courses.
it a value of 8 as well, but Jeremy, you gave it a value of 5.
That's such a hard thing
Yeah,
to.
because
It's so hard to like.
I thought it was more actually. I thought the fee was for some reason like $500.
But it's
Oh,
so
no.
hard to like discern like what the value is on a private course because
not everyone has access.
Because you can't, just because you can pay the fee doesn't mean you know someone.
Exactly. I mean,
they can get you on.
I mean, the value, you probably gain a friend. Like if you meet a member, like you gain a friend, so that's valuable. I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to like to judge that. Like that's why I kind of just threw it right there in the middle.
Yeah, I just look at it as it's an incredible experience. It's one of the uber elite private clubs in town. It's got some great history as a small tenure in its lifespan. It hosts the Collegiate Masters. A lot of the UNLV guys they use it as a practice facility out there. It's a Robert Trent Jones design. it just got some amazing views of the city. The golf course is just absolutely spectacular. And let me let Jeremy back in here. So I think what you're getting out of those green fees and what you're paying is incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
Incredibly valuable. Where other
They have
places.
comfort stations?
Was that?
They have comfort stations?
No.
No.
I do love the drive-through conversations at TPC Las Vegas. Actually, they took the drive-through out because they put plots up because I think people were crashing into it. But the ice dispensers on the golf courses are amazing.
Oh yeah, totally. Those are great.
Anytime you have an ice dispenser in the desert, that's awesome.
I saw
Yeah.
SoHi is redoing their dining area too
Well, they're redoing the
for the Derek Carr Foundation meeting where we were.
they're adding something to I can't remember what it was, but out like with the walk down to the putting green and the practice area to the left of it, they're building something out there. It's like a outdoor grill or something. I think they're doing out there. And then if I'm not mistaken, I thought they were adding another putting green in that like flat area above where you can look out over the 18th, where it's really flat out there, where they park cars for tournaments and everything. I think.
Well, also when we were out there, the bunkers were really bad, and they were redoing that. So another plus there. Because Steve caddies out there occasionally.
Yeah. All right, that's it, man. We're done.
I will see you boys this coming week, I guess. But
when you get back,
Wednesday night.
Nice.
So,
how's Florida been?
You playing this weekend?
So fucking humid. Oh my god.
Hey, and the humidity's gone in town right now. We've had 110 with like 15%.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's
and
amazing.
when I play Saturday, it's going to be high of 90. Next week's weather's fantastic.
Yeah.
Where are you playing Saturday? You got a spot?
I think so.
I thought you, Trevor, and Glenn are Julie not going? Because Trevor's telling me that he's going. He's looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, Julian had told me that he set it up with Trevor for the Skins game. I didn't know Trevor was playing with us. But yeah, that's what I got. I mean, if you want something on
Julian
Sunday,
tomorrow.
yeah,
Or
text
Sunday.
Julian. See, yeah, I mean, figure it out. That's the first day that I'm playing. I got to get my card service. So, but yeah, that's it for me from Florida, boys. I'm going to sleep.
Later, Trey.
Peace, bud.
See you, boys.
See ya.
The 2020 Chasing Daylight Ranking is brought to you by Johnny Walker Black Label.
Man, it's late, man. I haven't even ate dinner. I gotta go cook a ribeye now.
What?
10:45.
You gonna cook it on the flat iron?
It's been sitting downstairs, like waiting to be cooked.
Oh, is it room temperature? Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way to do it. Throw some salt and pepper on there.
Already done.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. This was a long one. 2 hours of talking golf, strictly Las Vegas. This is where you get to chime in. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. We want to know where you rank these. We want to know if you like this new version where we put a little bit more value on some other aspects. I think it turned out really well. I think this is probably our best rankings to date. A lot of info in there. We've got some courses to knock off. We try to do this. We say this every year, but I think
in March. We try and do this in March every year.
Yeah, that's I like to do it during the basketball. You know, it's like but I think doing it in the overseeding season right now is really good. It's a good idea. So we'll start doing this in September every year.
See you in March of 2024.
Yeah, right. The 2023 rankings due out in 2024. Yeah. So, let us know what you think. Leave a comment on the website. Leave a comment on our Instagram, our social media pages, send an email. You know how to do it by now. If you don't, figure it out. That's all I got. We'll be back next week with another show. There's a lot going on in golf. We could have gone an hour just tonight on Live and the PGA Tour. Congrats to all the guys on the Korn Ferry Tour that got their cards. That was an amazing weekend to watch. the live golf is just going nuts as far as conversations. We're going to talk about that. Absolutely. You got the BMW coming up this week. That's going to be just ridiculous. So much going on. So thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back next week.
Later.
Later.